Actually, say 3, 2, 1 when we start recording. So that
Oh, well, I already started recording. Well.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
This is how it starts.
3, 2, 1. Go. Welcome.
Whoa! Welcome to the Brick Show, everybody.
The Brick Show.
The Brick Show. Our views are declining. No, but...
Oh, what a
My
lovely
name is Jonathan. I'm here with what's your name again? Who are you?
Alex.
Marco Rubio, right?
Alex, Aleghchs.
Spicy Bicey.
Spicy
as
Bicey.
the whip call.
That is true.
This is our brand new show. You know, I don't know if it's going to be successful, and in fact, it's probably safe to say that it's not going to do too well. You know, for the time.
Yeah. We got 30 subscribers already, but for some reason we have like 120 Instagram followers.
Yeah, what is up with that? We have like 100. We've got like. Pretty good number of Instagram followers for like how many days have we had this? Maybe like
3 or 4.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 days, and already like 120 Instagram followers. But none of them just want to click that link and subscribe. Apparently,
I mean, I guess because there are no videos on the channel right now. But
yeah, but you can still subscribe. I subscribe.
I'd imagine once the first episode comes out, numbers are gonna increase a bit.
I want to yeah. I think we also need to try to promote this on our channel as well. Like, I'm not going to make a video trying to promote this channel, but like I'll still kind of put it in the description of my videos and my featured channels and whatnot. But
Yeet skirt.
Skirt, my dude. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Blockheads podcast, sponsored by Planned Parenthood.
Let's get Planned Parenthood to sponsor us.
Whether they're the size of a grape or a grapefruit, we'll take an egg beater up there. Oh God.
We'll make some grape juice out of
well, there goes any chance of us getting a sponsorship ever.
We just lost like a couple viewers, I would imagine.
I'm pretty sure that just destroyed our chance of ever getting on iTunes if we ever wanted to. Anyway.
Are we pro-abortion on this cast?
Yep. Scramble.
We are pro-abortion. Scramble. We're not. That's important to note is that we're not pro-life. All right, we're not pro-choice, but we're pro-abortion for everybody. You know,
for everybody.
End it all.
And we'll just solve the population problem, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, we have the technology.
We've got the technology.
Why
a
not
simple
use
phone here would do the trick.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You know, you can probably use a number of other tools, like a rake, for instance.
Going back to the egg beater thing, you could use like a little whisk, you know? Like a up in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, whisk them up, yeah.
Whisk them up. A stapler, potentially.
It's egg related, so yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
It's important that we get all this established. This podcast is I mean, I assume you're able to tell at this point that we're kind of horrible human beings.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Just something you have to deal with if you want to listen to this show. Which I don't know why you want to, but hey.
Yeah.
You're here, so.
Yeah, we should probably explain this. Yeah, so this is a little podcast we're doing. Every other week is what's planned so far. If there's a bigger desire, we might be able to do it every week. But we're gonna try it every other week for the first few episodes.
I mean, yeah, because we're both working on videos as it is, and it's like it is a lot of work to do what we do. I mean, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to sound like I'm busy or anything like that, but like. We've got homework and whatnot. We don't have a lot of time to do this every week like we'd want to. It's going to have to be every other week for the time being, probably.
Yep.
You know?
So what are we going to be talking about? Well, I mean, basically our intention is to create noise for people who like to do stuff and listen to stuff while doing stuff. And who...
Preferably animating.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be aimed at animators. Mm-hmm. Ideally, yeah. But yeah, it's very loosely formatted podcast, I guess. Like we don't really have a specific
we don't really have like an outline for the show.
An outline, there we go. We don't have an outline.
We're not the kind of guys that have like a soundboard going with all the like little funny sound effects. You know, every 2 seconds.
We're having to record this in Guam. You know, that's
Guam,
how bad.
Yes.
We're in the same room together. I'm grabbing Alex's face right now.
I'm grabbing Jonathan's thigh. Anyway,
we're going to remain like this for the rest of the episode. So
yeah, we moved to Guam Jonathan's got all the YouTube dollar bill monies, as it were. And real estate is really cheap in Guam, dude.
Guam, actually, they put up an ad. They wanted some high personnel, celebrities to put Guam on the map, so to speak.
Yeah,
so,
those...
being the amazing, patriots, me and Alex, we decided to step up to the plate, and we're like,
exactly,
let's do this.
We're doing our... Yeah. You know how they always have, like, those commercials for, like, California and stuff? Like, visit California and stuff, like, the place of dreams. We're doing that for Guam.
Yes.
Really underrated territory of the United States.
It really is.
There's, like, a U.S. military base every 20 feet. Yeah.
Every now and then you might hear a little bit of some helicopter background noise. That's okay. That's perfectly normal. That's what you would expect to hear in Guam. That and like maybe the occasional tank rolling by. You never really know.
Who knows what those crazy kooks over at the military are whipping up for us?
It's silly. Yeah. They're keeping those Guamians in check.
The Guamians. The Guamies? What is the term? The
Guamos.
Guamos?
Guamers?
Guamites.
Guamite. Is that actually it?
Citizens name.
Are we looking it up?
Guam. What are the people from Guam called? Yahoo answers. Best answer.
They're not people.
Oh god. The indigenous people of Guam are called the Chamorro.
What?
The Churros. Guamanian. Oh, I guess Guamanian.
Guamanian. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
We're like Guamo.
Guamo.
The Guamers.
Guamers. Yeah. So we pooled our money together, and we got a place in Guam now.
We got a nice place in Guam as well. Yeah, I love this room.
Yeah, it's very ready for what we should. People probably aren't gonna think we're in the same room to each. We're in the same room, guys. Look, we're gonna high five.
Believe me.
High five right now.
High five. Ready? Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Damn, that was a meaty high five.
That was a really good high five.
Yeah, man.
Love to hear our hands
look
against each other,
Yeah, and look, we got some paper here.
Yeah, you got some paper? Some paper?
And here, Jonathan's gonna crinkle the same piece of paper that I just crinkled.
I am. Here, you ready for me to do it? I'm about to do it, guys.
You are about to do it.
Look, here we go. Oh, I thought you were gonna... I don't have any paper.
What? You have the little sticky note.
The sticky note?
The sticky note that's right in front of you. I see it right now.
No. Silly Alex, that's on my desktop computer, not my... Oh. I mean a tangible sticky note.
That was a physical sticky
No!
We were talking before the recording about, topics we want to do, and Jonathan said, he's like, yeah, I got a sticky note of, some topics that I got. I thought it was a physical sticky note.
No, I'm not a peasant. I have money.
Okay.
I'm not gonna...
That's my bad. No. That's my
silly
bad.
Goose. However, I will crinkle that piece of paper you were referring to right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, God.
There we go.
Here, right. I'm just destroying the microphone. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that was my crinkled paper move. All the ladies enjoy.
Oh, God, I'm getting all the text right now. Give me a second. I gotta turn off this audio. Oh my God.
You became really quiet. Why'd you do that?
Oh yeah. Sorry, my microphone totally got messed up because I just molested it with paper.
I just molested it without paper, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we actually have topics that we're gonna talk about. Believe it or not, we actually have stuff to talk about.
I do have something to discuss. Some of you may have seen this on my story, but let's go ahead and get right into it here.
What a lovely inaugural topic.
I love talking about incest.
So,
basically. The issue. There was I only go ahead and set the stage, and just in case some of you, for whatever reason, didn't see my story, shame on you for not keeping up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta stay woke. That's one thing. If you're gonna listen to this podcast, you gotta stay woke.
I'd imagine you'd listen to this podcast right after listening to Infowars.
Yeah, exactly.
The chemtrails are everywhere. Turning the frogs gay.
Water to turn the freaking frogs gay. We're gonna have Alex Jones on the cast someday.
Oh god, that'll be one of our guests. Oh yeah, we'll
What
probably.
if we did that? Could we do that?
Can you imagine? I imagine Alex Jones is a busy man, though.
We could probably do, because he appears on people's shows.
Does he?
He does, yeah. I mean, there are a few people I listen to that aren't Alex Jones, but he appears on their shows sometimes. So we can get him here, I'm sure. Can you imagine?
She's like, all right, scale 1 to 10. How many lizard people are you surrounded by right at this very moment?
Yeah. It's an important question. It's a legit question.
Exactly.
Do you think he thinks Trump is a lizard person? I mean, he agrees with him on everything. It's like,
ooh, that's a good question, actually.
You know, is Trump like an outsider? Is he not a lizard person? Is that conspiracy dead now?
Because he's an outsider. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not a lizard person.
Like, is Paul Ryan still a lizard? Is Nancy Pelosi still a lizard? Chuck Schumer? You know, that these are questions that we need to ask him, which is why we're having him on the cast. So.
Exactly. That'll be next episode. We're gonna have Alex Jones.
Oh man. Come on. Now we gotta fulfill that in 2 weeks.
Little known fact. Alex Jones.
If we had been vague about it, we could have been like, yeah, he's gonna be on the show eventually.
Yeah.
And then like never do it.
Little known fact. Alex Jones is actually Akash's father.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, man. You didn't know that? Yeah. You didn't know that? That's Alex Jones is actually Akash's dad.
What?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. You gotta listen to the show more often, clearly. You know, he actually hit 2 million subscribers not too long ago, which is phenomenally disheartening.
Alex Jones actually got 2 million subscribers?
Yeah, 2 million subscribers. I saw it on Twitter. I was like, that's great.
Subscribers as in like YouTube subscribers or website subscribers?
Oh, yeah, YouTube subscribers.
Okay.
I don't know how many websites. Yeah, I think. Yeah, 2,004,000. Oh, God. Oh, man.
Look, but that's great, though. Look how many people are woke now.
When people want they're also they've got 1 billion views on their channel as well. I love Alex Jones is not only in the profile picture of the channel, but he's also in the channel art. That's great.
Wait. Okay, what?
He loves himself.
Oh my god.
The man loves some Alex Jones, which don't we all, you know?
Don't we? Anyway, you were talking about your incest thing.
I just want to point out the most recent video, as of while we're recording this, is titled "Twinkle Toed 10-Year-Old Commie Gets Triggered." It's like kid in the thumbnail. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I shouldn't expect any less of InfoWars. God bless them. Anyway, so back to what we're
incest.
Incest, yeah.
Yeah.
What a segue, man! Oh man. So basically, I was this person I'd never heard of, Nia Walker. I think I can at them at Nia Walker at this point. It's fine. They're spree with to me by my boy Frozen Lake Films. Yeah. And he where was it? This was in like some group chat or something. He just sent that, and I was like, kind of made me depressed. So I was like, well, I gotta go see if this is real, because like I never really know, and Seb sent something if it's gonna be legit or not. So I had to go over to this person's account who I had never heard of, and I discovered this person was not following me, so I assume they have never heard of me either. That's one thing about the Ninjago community. It seems to kind of stay away from like the rest of the Lego community. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, you get a little bit of overlap with people like Sam and Ethan occasionally, and even Ethan doesn't really overlap that much. But like, occasionally, but like it's very disconnected in a sense. And I think, in my opinion, the Ninjago community on average is also just like a tad younger than the rest of the brick building community.
Yeah, I can see that. Which, I mean, you still do get your 9 and 10-year-olds on the superhero kind of
not to exclude them or anything. We include all people here on Blockheads,
except for blacks. Anyway,
all right.
It's Blockheads, fam, not Blackheads.
Okay, that one caught me a little by surprise. Anyway.
Oh boy, I feel like there are gonna be some people that think we're not like the people think we're being genuine when we say stuff like that. I just want to say that we're not. So there's some people that don't understand sarcasm in this community. So it's important to note.
Subscribe to Keemstar.
Yeah. So You know how it be. Anyway, so I went over to this person's story. Lo and behold, it was real, and I was like, well, I've seen some very shocking things in this community in my day, and this just takes the cake. This is a new type of animal, because I've never even run into anybody, just online or in person, that is in support of incest. Like, yeah, you don't see that anymore.
So what are the words exactly that this person stated?
Oh, well, I gotta pull it. I still got the screenshot. Let me find it. It's from a couple days ago.
It was something like...
Okay, here it is. Nobody should be ashamed for being natural themselves, or just the way they... Wait, what? And just the way they, and also not for what they like. That was... I never even noticed how bad that grammar is until now. That is horrendous. Oh my god. Okay. And then he put underneath it, just out of nowhere, TBH. Even incest is okay if they don't get kids.
All right, so that's what we're really focusing on here, right?
Okay. I agree with the part that nobody should be ashamed for being themselves, but then you bring in that part at the end. It's like, whoa there, Bucko.
Yeah. So
let's slow down a bit. And then underneath it, it's important. He put in parentheses, waits for hate DM so he can block all idiots. So right. I was one of those idiots, because I replied to him on that DM, and I did say, excuse me, but I must ask you a question. Exactly how stupid are you? And I mean, I probably could have been a little bit more reasonable with that, but bottom line is he blocked me without even bothering replying. And then not only that, but he also screenshotted my message and put it on his story and told other people, his 9,000 followers, to go block me just because I disagreed with him. And I kind of have a problem with that, aside from just the fact that it's incest. So that's...
Gotta love the drama in the Lego.
Gotta love all this drama. This is why we need, like, an actual
drama. We need a drama.
Lego drama alert. I know I've said this before, and somebody made one, but it wasn't very good, no offense, but, like, was not very good. If we had somebody who consistently reported on, like, the drama in the community, don't you think, like, it could actually get pretty successful?
That would be... I'd love that so much. I feel like there's so many ideas like that's copying, or rather, I guess, reusing kind of like popular YouTube ideas, and like just doing it within the subset of stop motion animation brick filming community.
You can do that with like what
really interesting
Brick's show, stuff like that.
It's just like the thing is, whoever have to. Well, I mean, I think the issue would arise when something doesn't get covered, I guess, even though it's kind of big. But I mean, even like Drama Alert doesn't do that, because like all they care about is like all the guys who do the phase community half the time, community. And
the pedophiles in the Minecraft community,
Yeah, that kind of. But they're all kind of like centered around either like top tier YouTubers, and even not like all of them, but like but they'll always report something about like something in the Call of Duty community or something like that. Right. Because I mean, granted, that's Keemstar's background. He did.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he came from. So it makes sense. But still,
but it would be.
What if we had like a certain like a select few brick filmers like that had good number of subscribers, like have some sort of drama between them, like you could even fake it or something like
artificial
that.
drama.
Yeah, and then like we got Keemstar to report on it because they're big enough. Like, can you? That'd be great. Like me and Akash or something like that.
You'd have to convince some pretty top tier people, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like they've got a Twitter account where you can just like submit things via DM. Like they've got their DMs open. You can just put whatever you think is newsworthy, I guess. I use the term news quite loosely. But
I was watching Drama Alert the other day, and like, what was one? I mean, they always report on some, like every other week they just have a clip of like a guy freaking out on live stream, like yelling at someone. He's like, "Yeah, this is news."
It's great. It's great. I'm glad it's news, but needless to say, I am subscribed to Drama Alert and Keemstar. I mean,
it's a sick fascination. I love it.
Yeah, as much as I don't really like Keemstar, obviously, he's pretty bad. He's quite entertaining, unlike Scarce.
He is entertaining.
Like, Scarce is hey, what's up, guys? Scarce here.
He's a potato.
And it's like, about it. Like, the only enjoyment I get from scares is people like Keemstar making fun of them. So,
it's just like Keemstar's friggin' Nomi reactions, and he's just like...
I love his Twitter videos that he does. Like,
yeah. Oh, it's
getting mad. He's never looking directly at the camera. He's like kind of looking off. And
yeah. It's the best. Oh.
We'll get him on the podcast the same day we get Alex Jones. It's gonna be just...
Ooh, yeah, get them on at the same time. I think
we probably could, because like they agree politically, so...
Yeah, on several issues, definitely.
Several issues. That'd be actually great.
Yeah.
That would definitely boost the popularity of Blockheads a little bit.
Significantly, I'd say.
Just a little bit, yeah. Anyway, so back to incest, right? Anyway,
oh yeah, so needless to say, I think you and I had a bit of a different approach to this.
We did. I mean, I couldn't say anything to them. So once they blocked me, I was like, well, I gotta say something about it. So I just put it on my story. Some people saw it, I guess, but I just kind of pointed out how they were pretty quick to just block me without even wanting to discuss anything, or because God forbid anybody changes their opinions on anything as mild as incest, right?
Let's be fair though. You kind of came swinging out of the gates with a. How much of a moron are you?
That's what I do, man. It's to be expected. So of course. Like I wasn't surprised he blocked me. Of course. Like I kind of went into it knowing, hey, he's gonna block me either way. I might as well say something, kind of like kind of just off the cuff. I don't know, but either way, he was probably gonna block me, so it's fine. But what was your approach, Alex?
My approach. I actually haven't talked to you about this too much yet.
No. Mentioned it a little bit before we started recording, but yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, I'd seen this kind of stuff going back and forth for like 2 days. I'm like, all right, I'm curious.
Oh, it's just like a few days later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much like after it started. And I'm like, all right, I'm a sneaky little guy, right? I want to play devil's advocate here. I want to see like how do you get that opinion from somewhere, right?
Yeah, like kind of what's his
how
thought?
does that form? What kind of environment? What kind of situation do you have to be in to have an opinion like that? That kind of like, I'll get into it in a second. So you came out in the DMs, because it all goes down in the DMs.
It all goes down
in the DMs. You came out with like, how stupid are you? Now, I said, I'd like to understand the reasoning behind your incest beliefs, if you don't mind. Just curious.
That's the difference between us. This is why we work so well together.
Right.
Your response. It's a trade-off.
Your response. I don't know. I think if two people love each other and are siblings, they should be allowed to, but not get kids. So that's I think that's very interesting. That he's like, all right, you can incest is fine. Siblings, go for it, do whatever. You just can't have kids at all. Which is fair to say, because he did say he was aware of the biological deficiencies that come with something like that.
Well, he actually, Darren sent me some screenshots because he had a bit of an argument with him as well, and he was saying how it's okay for them to have a relationship as long as they don't have kids. Quote, and I wrote this down because it was amazing. He put, quote, because of all that autism stuff.
Fair.
So, fair enough, I guess. You're not.
Heyo.
This is what happens.
And then, so my thinking is like, okay, clearly, you don't just get like an out of left field opinion like that from nowhere. So I was thinking like, okay, maybe he thinks that it should be legal in kind of like a classic, I don't want to, kind of like Republican conservative kind of way, where it's like, you should be free to do whatever you want, or at least those classic
conservative.
Those kind of like classic values, I should say. Core values.
Conservatives are more like, they're more traditional than incest, I would imagine. But
right,
yeah,
well,
I kind of get
not socially, but like in general, where it's like, no taxes, get rid of no government, stuff like that.
I was gonna say,
yeah, that's what I meant. Now, socially liberal is more kind of like the idea
more loose, like you guys can do whatever. It's like,
where it's like
that's kind of where I line up as well, but like not as far as incest.
Right. And so I was thinking like
that's the thing, you know.
All right. I was thinking like, you know how the First Amendment protects freedom of speech. And so I was thinking like maybe it's kind of like a situation where you have the First Amendment protecting freedom of speech, and you have like a funeral for a military member of that. You know, the Westboro Baptist Church, right?
Oh, I know them.
I have God hates. Well, I'm not gonna say it, but you know, God hates, and then well, I mean, I don't want to say it personally. No, it's not. It's not that I have a problem with saying it, but on this podcast, I just have a problem.
No, you can say it.
I just don't want to say it. God damn it.
God hates fags. I'll say it. Okay,
all right. Continue. Well, God hates fags. Anyway.
There we go. Now they're gonna take an audio clip of us saying it and use it against us. That's what I'm excited for.
That's what I'm excited for when that comes up in my college interviews. They're
like, come back to find us.
All right, so Mr. Bicey, you went through the IB program. That's cool. You did some robotics in 8th grade. Them.
That's why it's okay to say it.
So I'd like to, I'm just curious about this little clip. Press the space bar. God hates fags. Anyway, so Westboro.
No, I'm gonna get that on my keyboard where you press a certain key and it's that sound effect. It's gonna be it'll be a Chrome extension. Yeah.
Anyway, my point is like, so what the best Westboro Baptist Church, if you didn't know, will do is that because I can't remember why. Oh yes, because it was like a gay member of the military died, and they were having a funeral. But like the people of the Westboro Baptist Church would like stand outside of the funeral with giant signs that says "God hates fags."
Yeah, this has happened multiple times. Yeah.
So technically, that's not illegal, right? Because it's protected against the First Amendment. But nobody really thinks that that's okay. Right?
No, exactly.
That's
like,
common
everyone,
sense.
Everyone
99.9%.
That's a bad thing. Yes, you have the right to do it, I guess, but I mean, you really shouldn't. Like, come on, like it's a funeral.
Regardless of whether or not.
Not a good time to exercise your skewed belief.
Regardless of whether or not you're supportive of gay marriage or whatever, it's pretty general consensus that you shouldn't have giant multicolored signs. Very colorful signs, by the way. You should look them up.
They were very colorful signs.
Very bright oranges. Anyway,
they want to catch
yeah, so it's not illegal, but you can still do it, but it's just kind of morally frowned upon. So that's what I'm thinking that he's getting at here. That incest should be legal, like you should be able to do whatever you want.
Because of all the health concerns and everything. That's
well, I mean, if you're talking about health concerns, like, it's legal to smoke, right?
Yeah, but I guess.
So, but that does.
I get where he's coming from, I suppose.
But
it's coming from a place of he wants to be tolerant of people,
Right. You're right.
So
but maybe.
He's not
so what I wanted to know is whether or not he thought, it was morally okay to do something like that, or not necessarily morally okay, but if it was just like okay to actually do the act, not if it should be legal or not. Just like if he actually supports the idea that you should.
And what did he say?
He said, yeah.
Well,
so
not only is he's not just saying like, oh, you should have the right to do it. He's saying, yeah, I encourage it almost. Like,
I mean,
he's supportive of it, basically. Or he thinks that he doesn't see a moral problem with it.
Right. He says it's okay morally, but obviously should not happen from a biologist view. And then I asked a follow-up question, which I told you about earlier. I said, all right, so if there's a law that makes this legal, because I think in most states it's legal. It's or rather illegal.
Well, I think every state it's illegal because the dictionary definition for it is it's got the word crime in it, so it's like I assume it's just a crime all across the country, but I can check.
Yeah, I think it's on a state-by-state basis, but regardless, I asked a follow-up question, and I was like, all right, it's a law, but part of that law, in his eyes, would be that you cannot produce a child. So, you figure. Someone's gonna do it anyway. Someone's just gonna forget a condom or something, and they're gonna actually bro and sis, go family camping trip. Anyway, and
why is it a camping trip?
I don't know. Because why not? So what a better
but
place
they're always
to...
in the same house. Like, why would they wait till a camping trip when they're...
I don't know, because they're away from their parents or something. I don't know.
I thought that's family camping trip. In that case, everyone can join in.
Hey.
Then it becomes illegal on multiple different ones. But yeah.
Don't even. But like, eventually someone's gonna break this law, and someone's actually gonna get pregnant. So I asked him, like, so what do you think should happen when that happens? Like, should they have to go to jail, or should they have to? Well, I actually didn't ask if they should go to jail. I probably should have like provided that as an option. But I asked, like, what do you think should happen if that? Like, should they get a forced abortion? Because I'm like, something like that. I was just providing that as like an example.
Yeah. What did he say?
That's another fun sound clip that people can take out of context. Like, should they get a forced abortion? Like, mandatory by law.
Multiple sound clips in this episode alone that people could just take out of context. And I kind of hope they do. But yeah, continue.
Anyway. And he says, quote, yeah, abortion should happen then.
So he's saying they should be forced to get... Oh, God.
Granted, I kind of set up that question for him.
No, but I mean, he did give you... Yeah, I mean...
He did, but he didn't, like, interject and take it in the direction that maybe his thoughts were. Anyway.
He could have taken it a different direction. He didn't bother. Yeah, why should he,
I feel like we've kind of exhausted that topic a little bit.
No, but basically... So he's kind of an idiot. I think he's still probably... I mean, I imagine he still has me blocked. I took to Twitter with Darren. We wanted to start a back and forth with him there, but he only replied to like one of my tweets. So it's a bit of a failure for that. But yeah, it was very interesting. I've never met anyone at all that's been in support of something like this. I just thought that was worth noting. I'm glad we spent such a considerable amount of time on this as well.
We spent a lot of energy on this, dude.
How long is this?
We're a half hour in right now.
Okay, that's pretty good. We've still got a lot to talk about. So yeah. I imagine we've probably lost a good number of people so far, so it's fine. Yeah. I think at this point we can say whatever.
What a killer opening topic. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's what's gonna make this podcast so great. Is we're gonna be so different than all those other Lego podcasts.
Especially since we're like marketing to brick filmers who tend.
Well, none of this. That's one thing we should mention is that a lot of this show is not going to be brick film based. It's going to be about whatever,
or even superhero based. Because a lot of people assume. I mean, a lot of people.
I say that we're about to talk about the Wonder Woman trailer, but yeah, like. Right. A lot of it, people just assume, you're brick filmers, right? You're going to talk about Legos. You're going to talk about brick films. No, not really. I mean, it's going to be kind of just whatever we want to talk about. Whatever you guys want us to talk about, I guess. Like, you've been hopefully commenting topics and stuff on Instagram. Feel free to leave topic ideas in the comments of this video, in fact. But, it's just... It's not going to be as Lego-based as you might think. It's just... The only thing is that we're both brick filmers, and we want to make a show that other brick filmers can listen to while they animate. Because animating is a very tedious thing to do. So,
also, I've realized that I have a huge ego, and that I need some kind of like place for people to hear me.
Ego.
I need people to hear me talk.
We have a Kosh level egos, like sometimes.
Damn, so that is quite the allegation.
It's okay. He's not gonna.
Not against him. Against us.
Oh. Against us, yeah, definitely. maybe us combined, then it'd be a Kosh's ego level, or almost there. I think that would. I think that's a fair assessment. Solid. I can say that because I know he's not listening, so it's fine. Anyway, but yeah, so kind of a segue from incest. I'd like to talk about Wonder Woman for a second.
I mean,
hang on 1 second.
How was Wonder Woman conceived again? It was like.
Wait, hang on 1 second. Just entertain them for a bit.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, how is Wonder Woman? I was thinking how we can segue from incest to Wonder Woman, because like Wonder Woman was, wasn't she? Her backstory is like she was molded by the clay of Athena, but like, who's the dad then? Am I right, guys? Entertainment. All right. Hey, Jonathan, when are you gonna stop texting and get back to our show? Thanks. Oh, he's gone. He's gone for a moment. Oh, okay. He's probably talking to someone. Anyway. So you guys like stuff? What is the deal with airline food? I have no rhythm. No rhythm at all. That was the Seinfeld theme, if you guys didn't know. So, that's pretty cool. Any second now, Jonathan's gonna get back here eventually. And it's gonna be great. But who knows? Anyway, what do you guys think about Wonder Woman? You guys like Wonder Woman? Leave your comments in the comment section down below. You guys like incest? Leave your comments in the comments section down below. This is gonna be such an incriminating podcast, and I think that you guys are gonna... It's gonna find its audience, I think. It's gonna find an audience, to say the most. I don't know. I think it'll be fun. We're gonna go on a journey, and into the podcast hood. Watch out, Blockbusted podcast. We're coming for you, or something. It's actually funny because Houston commented that we should talk about politics.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, my baby was crying. I had to go check up on him.
Me and our baby in Guam.
My baby in Guam. Yeah, I brought my kids, all three of them, or four. I forgot, but
it's like you need to make like a legitimate family tree.
I'm going to do it.
'Cause like
I've never said who my wife is yet. We'll wait for that. That'll be an adventure or a trip, I guess.
Trip. Anyway,
she's back home though.
Wonder Woman.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying while I was gone?
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway,
I could kind of hear you through the walls, but not by much.
Oh yes, of course.
My baby was crying too loud because we're in the same complex here in Guam.
Right, but we have very good mics here, so you guys.
We have really good mics in Guam. They're really, the Guamians are very nice
Guamanians.
people. Guamanians. My mistake. The Guam. Yeah. Anyway, so I was checking Twitter. Okay, so basically,
Wonder Woman came out.
A lot of people wanted us to talk about this. So, how did you feel about the Wonder Woman trailer? My guy.
This is the second Wonder Woman trailer we've gotten. The first one was back in November.
I honestly forgot what even happened in the first one, but yeah.
I mean, don't worry about it.
It's just kind of like, yeah. Anyway.
So, the thing about Wonder Woman, I noticed immediately from the time period it's set in to kind of the whole concept of it, felt very much like Captain America: The First Avenger to me.
Right. And even she's even got a shield,
she does. Shield equals Cap. Anyway.
DC's copying Marvel, guys. Am I right, Marvel fanboys? Behind DC.
Yeah. So it all feels very similar in my eyes to Captain America: The First Avenger. You got, maybe not necessarily exactly like it, but there are very similar parallels. Like the time period is close. It's about 30 years before World War II because it's World War I. But it's they're kind of going with that time period piece kind of movie.
It looks like the colors and stuff remind me a lot of Captain America as well. Mm-hmm. Like just the color palette they use and whatnot. But
yeah, kind of
the whole feel to it.
More muddied kind of color palette. 40s kind of, anyway.
We'll say, it looks better than Man of Steel so far, but yeah. Yeah. Not a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alex is just choking on my hand. It's in his mouth now.
You have very salty hands, I might say. Might I add. It's very salty.
Thank you. I know.
You have a very salty baby because you were handling that baby. Anyway.
Oh, God. That could be taken out of context as
well. Multiple ways. But yeah, it feels like First Avenger a lot to me. Yeah. And I think in that same respect, it's gonna be on the same quality level as First Avenger as well. And I think, I really got the parallels started drawing after this most recent trailer that I just watched an hour before we started recording this. But they're going for the whole origin thing and the special person, how Wonder Woman's super special, and he's like, oh, but she's different. We'll train her 10 times as hard. Yeah. So, anyway.
I kind of thought it was just kind of like a basic. It was pretty generic in my opinion. For most. I mean, it wasn't bad. DC is usually pretty good at making trailers, but not movies. It's kind of one thing. One of their trends. So I've kind of become numb to the trailers. I just kind of know. I'm gonna probably go into it thinking that it's gonna be bad. I know I probably shouldn't do that, but looking at DC's track record, they haven't really had a great lineup of films so far. So it's I don't know. That kind of the whole I was so hyped about Suicide Squad after seeing all the trailers and stuff. And same with Batman vs Superman, and I hated both of them. And they were just such letdowns, So it's I don't want to get too hyped by the Wonder Woman trailers, even though they're good, because I feel like I'll probably be let down still. Yeah. Because
I'll go for it.
Huh?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, I don't really know what I was saying. What were you saying?
Well, okay. So I think when I say that, it's like the first Avenger. I think it's also going to be the quality of the first Avenger, which is good. It was a good movie, entertaining as well.
Yeah.
It's just it's going to be fun. I think. Well, maybe not as fun because it's more brooding, but I think this is definitely going to be, it's definitely going to be the best movie DC has made for the DCEU. That's not necessarily the most difficult, as long as they don't screw it up royally from something that's
they just
totally
have to,
different from the trailers.
As long as they just play it safe and just kind of make it a generic superhero movie, then I think they should be fine.
Right. And it should
just don't do anything that's going to make fans angry, I guess.
Right. And it should be good, I think, at the
Yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah. It's going to be at least good. It doesn't look like there's too much depth to it because they're just going for the whole origin story thing. But that's fine. It doesn't need to have depth to it. It's a Wonder Woman movie. It's a superhero comic movie.
I don't think
DC needs to make just a good movie before they try and start going into all the philosophical Batman. I'm Batman. I've been out for a while. I'm exploring this character in a new way. They just need to make a movie first that's past good before they try
at
and
least
do something special.
Just make a competent film, and then we'll go from there. But
just from what we've seen honestly, I think Wonder Woman's gonna be the best movie they have for a while at least. I mean, we haven't seen anything of the Flash yet, but that's
we can
trading. That's trading a lot of directors right now, and a lot of people are quitting. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Ant-Man was in development since 2006, and it was and it lost a director.
Yeah.
So
that turned out to be one of the best Marvel movies, I think.
Yeah, definitely up there. So
it was fun.
It doesn't inherently mean it's a death sentence for the Flash, but whatever. No. I'm so done with the Flash after the fanfare of the show. Anyway,
I've never actually seen the show, so I can't talk. But...
Yeah.
I've never seen any superhero show. I think that's important to note. I've never seen Daredevil. I've never seen Flash. I've never seen Arrow. I've never seen Jessica Jones, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. None of that really interests me. I watch the movies and that's it, basically. I don't even read the comics. So
that's fine. Yeah.
I'm probably not, When I watch a superhero movie, I don't really go off of how they're portrayed in the comics necessarily, just more of how they're portrayed in the film, I guess, Yeah. So I don't really care. I don't know. I've never been a huge comic reader, just personally. But no, the trailer looked okay.
The trailer looks fine, and I think that's good. I think that's what...
I do worry a lot about Gal Gadot. I think she's a pretty terrible actress, in my opinion. She's not... Her delivery of lines are pretty terrible, but she's hot, so she's got that going.
God damn it.
I guess. I mean, hey, you know, she's not too bad, you know. But her delivery is pretty bad.
I found it interesting how they, you know, because she's Israeli, right?
Yeah.
So she's got the accent, and I found it interesting how she kept the accent for the movie, and now that's kind of like the Amazonian accent now. Because I noticed that the other Amazonians kind of talk like that.
Yeah. Does she not change her accent like at all? Like, did she just keep it, or?
No. I think she just kept it because it sounds like a kind of a thick Israeli accent. So
yeah, I mean,
just from like what I've heard from, you know, watching H3H3 and listening to Hila talk, it seems very similar in my eyes.
It's pretty similar, yeah. That's true. Yeah. I think Chris Pine's character looks a lot like Richard Spencer. If you look at him in some particular angles, I'm like, it's Richard Spencer. Spencer. Like, would you look at? Do you know who Richard Spencer is?
No.
Oh, he's a. You're in for a treat. He's
American
a neo-Nazi.
white nationalist. Oh.
Yeah. He's the guy that got punched at the what was it? The Trump inauguration.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Yo, punch a Nazi! Let's make that a movement." Which can we talk about that for a second? I don't think it's okay to punch a Nazi, specifically. Like, people that are trying to push that movement for numerous reasons. First of all, you shouldn't be fighting violence with violence, because that makes you just as bad as them on some levels. And then second of all, where do you draw the line on where you classify somebody as a Nazi? It's like you couldn't just move down the line. Like, yeah, he is a Nazi, but like then you could start calling people like
Trump.
You could start calling Trump a Nazi. You could start calling people like Sargon of Akkad, Alex Jones, people like that Nazis, even though they probably wouldn't line up with that at all. There are people on the left, specifically, or I guess generally people on the left that. Well, I'm just saying, like.
Grab your popcorn.
Hey! I'm just saying, like, it's
this
usually
is exactly what Houston wanted.
I hope it is. Houston, my man, Houston. You know, he claims he's not on the left, so I mean, he shouldn't be mad by me saying this. But like, there are people. Not everybody.
Really?
On the left.
What?
He's not a leftist. He says he still considers himself. I think last time I talked to him, he considers himself more conservative than liberal. So I'll have him on the cast to discuss it sometime. But yeah, so basically,
will probably be one of our first few guesses, I'd imagine.
He would do it. I think he actually said he wanted to be a guest. I would totally have him. He's great.
Yeah.
Plus, he knows how the whole podcast thing goes. He's got Blockbusted, which I actually talked to him before we created the name for this, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't like he didn't have a problem with it being a little similar to his name, Blockbusted, Blockheads, you know. Mm-hmm. He said he's fine with it. I'm like, okay, he's a cool guy. But basically, there are people on the left, primarily like SJW type people, which I hate that term, but like, you know, those people like who will like just classify anybody who disagrees with them as a Nazi, and then that makes it okay for them to punch them, and even if that person by definition is not a Nazi, you know, and I think that's a problem. So
I think it's good to clarify that is a small minority of people, a very small minority in general.
Yeah, but still.
Right, but they still do exist. It's a valid point, yeah.
Yeah, the people that try to say punch a Nazi, like that whole movement.
Yeah, you shouldn't just punch people, period.
Yeah, don't punch people. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, just don't do violence. And then there are people on the right as well that, like, Gavin McInnes punched somebody in the street not too long ago. Like, don't do that. Don't stop punching people all the way around.
Don't punch people. This is probably, like, the most divisive America has been in decades.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Punching people's not going to help.
Punching people is not going to help. That's going to make it worse.
It's gonna make you look bad, specifically if you punch someone. And even in general, punching people is not a good thing. You know, everyone's like, "Oh, World Star all the time," you know, but
World Star, God, World Star.
Fight. Yo, he got my man. You trying to take my man? You trying to pow pow pow?
You used an accent like that. You're racist, Alex.
That is true.
Racist. It's true that you're racist?
No, yeah, that is a fact.
Oh, okay. There you go, then. There you have it, folks. So you heard it right here. Alex is indeed a racist Nazi scumbag that I want to punch.
Hail Hitler, am I right, guys? Ooh, up top.
Take that out of context.
Say it. No, the more nonchalantly you say it, you know, the less...
I mean, when you think about it, you know, Stalin didn't do anything wrong. I mean, he was fine. He was a fine person.
See, the funny thing about saying that is, like, that's probably as bad, if not worse, as saying Hitler was wrong. Or Hitler did nothing wrong.
As bad as Hitler. Yeah, okay.
Because, like, Stalin killed a lot more people than Hitler did.
You know? Like, good on him. He was actually... He actually succeeded. You know, say what you want about Stalin. He actually did put Russia... He gave Russia the super... What would you say? Like, superpower? Superpower? Yeah. Kind of
status.
Give it superpower status that it is today. Like, now it's a huge world power, and that a lot of that is because of Stalin, like what he did and stuff. So, yep. Hey, I mean, nice job, my man. Yeah.
Up top, my boy Stall.
With Stall. Boy, there are two kids at my school. One of them is a fascist, and one of them is a communist, and they'll get into different arguments about who was right, Stalin or Hitler, and I'm like...
Is this the kid that you've told me about that, like,
maybe
ironically wears...
What?
Well, it's fine. No, it's fine. I don't even know their names anyway. Is this that kid that you were telling me about that unironically wore the Soviet Union flag as like a sweater?
This kid, I think it's fine because he's not listening. This kid has a shirt with a hammer and sickle on it that he wears unironically just to school, like with no jacket over it, nothing over it. He just wears it to school, and nobody says anything because, you know, First Amendment, I guess. Like, he has the right to express himself. Like, it's fine. He's not imposing it on anybody. He's just kind of like wearing it. And at first I thought it was ironic the first time I saw him, but like once I started to get to know him, like, he's an actual communist. Like, he actually thinks we need to turn to communism. That's the only thing that can fix America.
You got some characters at your school, man. We gotta talk about some of them sometimes.
We got the guy. Yeah, we can
change names, of course, but
right. You know, one thing that would probably be smart, what if, like, I say I changed their name, but I use their actual name, and so then people are even... Nobody's gonna know, you know? People just assume, oh, well, that person's name has changed, so that's not the real name, you know? But I use the real name anyway. Now I can't do that because I said it, but I mean, it would have worked.
But maybe... Oh, but now this brings up the possibility. Are you bluffing or are you not bluffing? Or are you bluffing about bluffing? It's just mind games now.
Now I can do whatever I want. That's
just mind games.
Well, no, so I'm not going to name names right now. But yeah, he would get into arguments with the fascist boy, and they'd like talk about, like, he was... I got into a conversation with him one time. I was like, so do you like believe in what's Stalin preached and stuff? He's like, well, no, I'm not like a Stalin communist. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm a Leninist, you know? I believe in Marxism. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, all right, that's a relief. Good to know. Like, what? Whatever. And then Fascist Boy, I haven't really talked a lot with him, but I'm in a group chat with him on Kick, right? And his username, like his name on there, is in German and stuff. It's like, he is just dedicated to his beliefs. You know, good on him.
Yeah, so anyway, Wonder Woman looks good.
Yeah.
That actually kind of ties around, because it's like World War I. Even though World War I had neither communism nor fascism in it.
We can pretend, right? Okay. So we can make up our own set of rules. It's okay. Our own alternate history.
Yeah. We're America. We've won everything. So
on this show, we like to change history to fit our own narrative.
What was it? Victors. History is told by the victors. We've won. We are.
Yeah.
We were there.
We were there.
World War II lasted from 1997 to 2008, and then Obama was elected. The end.
No, Obama. Then Obama caused World War III. Yeah. Oh, God. The Second Cold War was started by Obama.
You think we should move on to viewer questions now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because we're running on 54 minutes.
We can go over an hour. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, we don't have to keep it to an hour, and you know, it's just in general we're gonna try and keep it to around an hour.
Around an hour. Maybe it's under an hour if we don't. Maybe it's over an hour if we've got, like, today we've got like quite a bit to talk about, I guess. We go off on a lot of tangents. It's gonna be something you're gonna have to get used to, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
let me check
only
up.
One of us should probably do this, so we
I already
don't
have
overlap.
it up.
Oh yeah, so if you want to pick and choose some questions. Sorry if we don't answer your questions.
No, we can't get to all.
We just think they're boring.
Some of them we're gonna spend more time on than others. Some of them, are gonna be pretty stupid. Not gonna lie. So
you don't have to say all of them. You just the ones that are mostly interesting.
Right. How did you guys meet?
That's a good question.
Well,
I think. We actually figured this out like a month ago.
You have the screenshots. Do you think could we put the screenshots on screen when you edit this?
Yeah. I have actually. What's the timestamp right now? Like 50,
right down the
timestamp. It's like 55 minutes. I'll put it in, man. Yeah.
I'll put it up. But yeah, okay. So basically, probably a month ago, Alex and I were in a call, and it somehow got off onto the topic of like our old videos, and we decided to go back to Alex's one of his like oldest videos that I had seen of his. I think it was like the Darth Vader like the lemonade stand or whatever.
It was
from like 2014.
Yeah, it was either like the lemonade stand or
the board meeting, one of those,
or the board meeting, something like that.
Yeah, and so we were going through the comments, and we had found that I commented there, like, what was it, 3 years ago, I guess? And I was like, I'm going to pull up the screenshots, actually. Or I guess just the thread, so I can kind of... But that's kind of where we met, and so it's important to pull up. Hang on. Give me a second.
Yeah. I think... Hey, I think I have it here.
Here, I've got it. I got it right here.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I like how you kind of ripped off that one other guy, like, with the deep
into the bowels.
Yeah. I mean, it works, but like, okay, here we go.
Hey, he's all right with it.
Yeah. Okay, so here's it. This was my first thing I ever said to Alex was, "Hey, I know you use Audacity for Darth Vader's voice, but what are the settings that you put your voice on, to make it sound like him?" And then he replied to me and explained how you make your voice sound like Vader. And well, even though I could have just watched his video, I guess.
Yeah.
But and then I was like, thanks. Also, I was wondering if you wanted to do some voice acting for me as Obi-Wan Kenobi for my next Lego Star Wars video.
You just gotta get your foot in the door, don't you, Jonathan?
I just got right into it.
He uses those same tactics to this very day.
And then I use the
makes a Jar Media video. Asks everything to voice act.
I am working on a Jar Media video right now to get their attention again. Actually, I never told you about it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm animating a clip from their show in Lego. I don't know if I'm gonna make it public, but I mean, I'm gonna message it to them and be like, "Yo, I made this," and they're gonna reply and be like, "Oh, cool." I'm gonna be like, "By the way, I am smart." Okay.
Anyway, so yeah.
Now that I said it, I probably jinxed it, but whatever. So Alex replied and said, "Of course, I won't be able to record, however, until Thursday because I'm on vacation right now. I hope that's no big deal." And I said, "No, never mind, you're fired." And that was the end of that. But I said, "Yeah, that's fine. I'm still not done animating it yet, even though it's like a 16-second video." He's like, I said, "I'll email you the script if that's okay." "What's your email again?" And then you put your email. And then you said, "I'll look over the script and practice, I guess, until I get to a proper microphone." I was like, "Okay, great. I just sent you the script. Thanks again. Also, if you ever need me to do a voice in one of your Lego videos, just email."
There it is.
"And I'll do a voice. Thanks." I'm very direct. I don't waste any time. And he was like, "I'll let you know if I have anything. My next Brook film has no voice actors in it, so it might be a while. Question: do you want me to also do the line over when Obi-Wan talks to Yoda?" So basically talking about the script and stuff.
Yeah. Which you said sure, but then you're like, well, nope. Afterwards.
Yeah, like, great. Did you get the script? And then right after, I was like, "Yeah, on second thought, you don't have to record that line where Obi-Wan talks to Yoda."
I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna make its own video. He just voices it himself.
Wait, did I actually?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You left the line in, and then you just did it yourself. Shut up, old man. Yeah.
Oh, so I guess I guess I got you to do the young Obi-Wan, and I did the old Obi-Wan. So we voiced the same character, essentially.
And that video is still up of me.
It is still up.
That was my first voice acting job.
We're gonna put that link to that video in the description if you guys want to.
We're not gonna do that.
No, we're gonna do it. If you don't do it, I will.
It's gonna be great. I mean, if you want to do it, go for it. You have access to the account.
I mean, I wasn't going to, but now that you said we weren't going to, now I have to do it. So
Heyo.
Anyway, and now I probably won't do it anyway. And then you said, and there, sent, and I was like, thanks, that's perfect. The video should be up in a few days or so. And then somehow we started talking after that. I created an Instagram, basically, and that's where I started to get to know everybody, like Akash, Austin, Jeremy, Alex, obviously. And that's where we kind of started talking, I guess. And I remember one time we were just like, hey, do you want to have a Google Hangouts call? And you're like, Google, yeah, it's on Google Hangouts. And you're like, yeah, sure. And so we did. And that's where our our relationship was born.
Fun fact, and Jonathan has unreleased lines of me as Captain America for like his Lego Ultimate Race video he was going to do.
I had a, wait, what was it called?
It was called like the Lego Batman's Ultimate Race or something like that.
No, it wasn't a race. It was like, no, because that would be ripping off Forrest too much. You know, back then I was like, well, I can rip him off a little bit, but not too much. You know, but it was
something that was crossing genres.
It was a crossover between like, it's kind of a rip off of Blob Studios in a way, like that one episode he did. It was kind of like it was like the ultimate battle, I think is what I called it.
Oh yeah,
and it was like
battle, yes.
Yeah, it was like a rip-off of Star Wars, like, not a rip-off, sorry, it was like, it's a crossover of Star Wars, Batman, Harry Potter, The Avengers, and The Hunger Games, I think? Like, I don't even know.
2014.
Yeah, so, that's back when I wrote my scripts, like, on paper. Now it's just, I type them all up with,
wait, what?
Boy, you know, in Google Docs.
Wow.
Yeah, I wrote my scripts on paper, and so I had to just go back and, write them all on Microsoft Word and just send them to people. But a nice efficient way of doing that. But
and so, you know,
so I got him to voice Cap. That was before the trend started of everybody wanting to get him as Cap. Like,
everyone thinks he's like, oh yeah, I voiced Cap for like Akash and Austin. No, Jonathan was the first guy to ask me to voice Cap. So
yeah. Yeah, I need to reply something real quick, but
those lines were terrible.
They were. Do you mean you did terrible, or the dialogue was terrible, like that I had written? So I'm sure they were.
I mean, the dialogue was fine, but no, my lines were pretty bad.
I mean, your voice was different back then.
Yeah, I mean, puberty hit me like a brick wall, but whatever. Silence. Okay.
Sorry, I'm not having to talk to.
And then from there, we lived happily ever after and moved to Guam. The end.
So, and now we're raising my children.
That is true. So whenever you feel like getting another question going.
I was applying something. I got priorities anyway, but yeah. So he voiced Cap. I think he was the only character I cast, but it was a good time. I animated the entire thing. I probably have it on my other computer somewhere.
Wait, really?
Yeah. The whole thing's done. Like it's not edited, but like the animation's all there.
Release that, dude. When you're
I might have to. It was pretty long. It was like 7 or 8 minutes of animation. It's great.
Damn.
Anyway, so that's how we met, I guess. Full stop. Next one. Jonathan, are you considering making Flash animation?
That can be to both of us.
Yeah. Are we considering making Flash animation? No. I do not want to deal with that.
I've always admired other forms of animation, especially on YouTube. Like, I'm subscribed to Psychic Pebbles and all those kinds of guys from Sleepy Cabin, which is like this little conglomerate of animators. I think they disbanded recently, but they're all doing their own thing now. But yeah, no, just like these classic animators that came over from Newgrounds and then came over to YouTube because YouTube offered ad revenue and stuff, and just like the 2D animation, I've always admired that. I wanted to do something with that, but
it's very remarkable.
It's just so much work.
I've never, I don't want to put in the work.
Like, you think stop motion is a lot of work?
Yeah,
dude, you have no idea.
Doesn't compare to like some of the 3D, 2D animation that people have to do.
Yeah. I know, actually, Darren for a little while there got into stick figures, like these stick figure fights. It was really cool, actually.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really cool once you're able to learn how to do it and stuff. Once you know what what the basics are and stuff. But just, I've never been interested in putting in the time.
I'm really bad at drawing, so.
Yeah. Oh, there's that too.
Though I did a doodle the other day, and it turned out not half bad.
Yeah, I can't say the same. You know, so no, we're not really. I mean, I'm not going to get into Flash animation, at least. I don't really care. But let's see. What is our hardest film that we've had to shoot? I guess, like, by that, I mean, I guess by that, it's like a hardest brick film to make. For me, it's like the one I'm working on right now is pretty difficult, surprisingly. I mean, Kite Man is just, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And if you ever try to animate Kite Man, it is just, he is a pain to, oh god. Because like the wings like are so fragile, like all the pieces like break off really easily. I was telling Alex I had to put sticky tack in like on each piece, like to keep it in place, and even then it's still loose. And it's just, it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to, this week I'll be filming the fight scene between them. And that's gonna be suicide-inducing right there. But that's pretty difficult. But I mean, I guess Justice League vs. Avengers was also pretty hard in comparison because just the length of it. I guess
sheer volume.
Yeah,
stuff you
writing it. Yeah, how long did we spend writing that?
We spent like a month writing it.
Probably a month writing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I spent about.
It's a 50-page script.
60-page. We actually spent a couple nights like just cutting it down because we didn't want it to be too long. We cut a lot of scenes out of it.
we cut like 15
even
20
like
pages
scenes
out
that
of
were in the script. Some scenes that were in the script I ended up cutting out of the video because like it was just so long. I was like, I didn't want it to be over an hour. But yeah, that was pretty long. That was pretty difficult. What about you?
That's tough I mean, this Iron Man thing was a pain because like
So much editing went into that one.
There was a lot of editing. And I think on Sunday, by the time this podcast is out, it's already be up. But I'm going to upload a video to my second channel. That's a comparison of the edited video and just like the raw footage that has no edits on it at all. And it is
nice,
significant. There's a
yummy
lot
for my
editing.
tummy, yes.
And I didn't necessarily do anything new, like, you know, everything, I knew how to do everything that I edited. I didn't really have to learn anything too much. But, like, there's some parts where I had to mask. This is the first time I've used masking in, like, a year, you know? Because I figured out how to do, like, digital, just, like, you know, crop out a photo, and then, like, you know, keyframe it around the screen, and that usually works. So I don't have to do that.
Yeah. I've never masked anything in my life. Actually, like I know how, I just don't do it.
Yeah.
But I think Austin is the same way. But
with Final Cut, I figured out a much better way to be able to mask it than like back in the old days when I just used GIMP and iMovie for everything.
Right. Oh, iMovie! What
that was
glorious software.
That was a pain.
I'm sure it was.
Just working that. Also, I want to also do the Civil War video I did.
Oh yeah.
Not the superheroes thing, but the trailer.
Yeah, no, you're talking about the trailer.
That was 24 FPS frame for frame.
Yeah.
Creation, in 4K as well. So the file size is huge.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, just that one clip of Cap and Bucky going back and forth with Iron Man. Take that one.
Yeah, did you have to do any retakes on that?
No, I didn't. Thankfully.
You do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully,
I can imagine that would be pretty difficult.
I don't think I've ever had to do anything too difficult in terms of retakes. And I guess
I don't think I have.
I guess Howling Commandos episode 2 was, I mean, just in terms of like how dead I feel. The Batman thing I did for Rebrick was pretty rough because I got an idea 16 hours before the video was due. You know, like I had to
so you did it like last minute. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it was due at 10 in the morning. So Eastern.
And this was a school night as well, wasn't it?
It was a school night. 10 in the morning. Oh no, it was due like 5 in the morning or something. It was crazy.
Something pretty early. Yeah.
10 a.m. Eastern. So it was,
I don't know.
It was 8 a.m.
You can look it up.
Yeah.
The viewer can look it up.
So I got an idea 16 hours before it was supposed to be done. So I animated for like 4 hours and built sets, and then I edited all night and uploaded. I was just dead by the end of it, and I didn't get any. Well, actually, I got a half hour of sleep. So just physically intensive, that just killed me.
Yeah, so that one seems pretty exhausting at least.
Fair to say.
Fair to say.
Anyway.
Probably a good number of. It's kind of hard to say, you know. It's like which one is the hardest one because they're all different, you know. It's like probably just a number of them that are just more difficult than others, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's see. Current views on the new images from Thor Ragnarok. I mean,
love it.
I don't care about Thor at all, so I'm kind of indifferent.
Dude, Thor, I've said this for the past 8 months. Thor Ragnarok is going to be the dark horse of the comic book movies of 2017.
Maybe that's just because people like aren't that hyped for it in general. Dude, so it's
I have fantasized this movie just based on its concept past the point where it could, like, you know, past where it could ever possibly be as good as I have expectations for it. But I have
the lowest expectations for this because, like, I never liked either of the Thor movies. Like, they're fine, but they're not good in my opinion. Like, I don't care about Thor, so it's like I can't really say.
I don't really care for them either. But what I have renewed hope for, just based off those two Thor, like, Civil War Team Thor films, which were directed by the director of the movie of Ragnarok, and the concept that it is a Thor and Hulk kind of
I think that should
buddy travel trip throughout the galaxy, kind of, while
and
also mixing in World War Hulk in there.
Right, and I have no doubt that Marvel will be able to pull this off pretty well. You know, if this was DC, I'd be a little more concerned, but like Marvel's usually good when it comes to stuff like this. So
yeah, and I think the images look great. So
it looks pretty good.
I'm just worried that there's too many characters we're not going to care about.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. That's what I worry about Infinity War, but we'll get into that another podcast because we need to wrap this up pretty soon. Let's see. Donald Trump. Period. You know, let's should we save that one for a different cast, or do you want to go ahead and go and talk about Trump a little bit? What are we at? How long is this so far?
Oh, it's definitely over an hour. Yeah, we'll talk about Trump on another podcast.
I'm not opposed to talking about Trump. You know, that'd be fun. But let's do it let's save it for a time when we've got more time to talk about him. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, let's see. Your thoughts on Logan? Haven't seen it yet.
Haven't seen it yet.
Lego Batman movie. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
It was awesome. I think I've talked about it. I've talked about it too many times before, but
I haven't really. I've talked about it a little bit on Twitter. The director actually replied to my tweet. I was like, "Yo, let's go."
Yeah.
But no, it was very good. I liked it a lot more than the Lego movie, and I liked that a lot as well. So it's like, it was really nice. Like, it was a nice movie that the whole family could enjoy. It didn't really have a specific audience, I guess. Like, it was just kind of for everybody. Mm-hmm. It wasn't offensive in any way. Everything was done really well. It had a good story, good characters. The animation, of course, is incredible. Like, I know it's CG, but like, the way that they're able to make it look like a brick film is like just impressive in itself. You know, it's like all the lighting, like the way the light hits certain objects and stuff. It really looks like it could have. It's got texture. So good.
That makes it just look like
the way they move.
Legos.
Yeah, so good. But no, it was really, really good movie.
Enjoyable.
Definitely enjoyable. I would recommend it. I mean, I assume everyone's already seen it at this point, but
yeah.
Are you guys thinking about doing another big project like Justice League versus Avengers? Not anytime soon.
We have a season. I mean, we have an idea of what we want to do for the season 3 finale.
Season 3 finale is going to be big.
If it's going to be as big, you know, we'll see. Probably not as large, but you know,
not as large. Not as large.
I still think it's going to be larger than a normal episode. Probably.
Yeah, it's going to be long. You know, I don't know if it's going to be as long, and I don't know if there are going to be as many characters.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
because we're not
for the concept that we have, there's not too many.
No, and of course our concept might change. You know, I don't want to say anything right now.
We don't like we just have a concept. We don't even have a script yet.
We don't even really know what we're gonna do for it yet. We're only 4 episodes into season 3. I mean, by that I mean I'm working on the whole thing. So it's like we got a long time. We do have the episode lineup for the rest of the episodes we're gonna do. Maybe we could hint at those later on as these podcasts go on. But ooh. Keep your eyes open, my lovelies.
Keep your eyes open and your mouths satiate.
I'm only answering this one because they said Hoomst. All right, now Hoomst has the best curves. While I'm gripping Alex's rump, his rotund rump, you know.
Stop. Ooh.
And judging by this,
dude, stop! You know I'm ticklish down there. Stop it, dude.
I'm gonna no.
Stop, Jonathan.
That only makes me do it more. Yeah, I'd probably say it's Alex. You know,
dude,
he's got that Brazilian blood.
I do. I'm super skinny though. That's the thing.
Hey.
Though I think I have a pretty nice ass though for being
That's what I'm saying. That's what I can vouch for that.
For being for being 6'1" and 135 pounds.
Yeah, he is 6'1". I am only 5'5" and like 90 pounds. So yeah. Let's see. What's the upcoming movie you're most excited for in 2017?
Star Wars.
I'm actually pretty hyped for. I kind of think Dunkirk looks pretty good after seeing that trailer.
That was cool.
I'm excited. I'm a pretty big fan of. What?
What other 2017 movies we got?
Oh, I mean, there are gonna be a lot of train wrecks, like the Emoji Movie, which I definitely will be seeing that.
I'm so excited.
We're seeing that for my friend's birthday. It comes out on his birthday. We're gonna go watch it with him. It's gonna be
lucky
great.
Bastard. I am unironically excited for Fate of the Furious.
I am as well.
Because, like, you know, I love The Rock. Like, at first it was really kind of like cheesy, you know, like, oh yeah, it's The Rock. You know, I like him ironically, but now I unironically.
You like a Cherokee drum. I laughed out loud at that line, like in the theater.
I love how ridiculous it is. I unironically love these movies now.
They're great. They're so great. Like, oh my god.
One of my favorite moments of 2015 movies is when The Rock in Fat and Furious 7, he has like a cast on and he just like breaks it. And then he just like makes a fist and you hear crack. He's like, ugh, and he just goes.
I love it. It's great. I forgot that movie was coming out this year. I'm definitely hyped for that. Along with
Blade Runner looks really good.
Blade Runner, yeah, it's good. I'm gonna go and look this up. It's probably a good topic to end on. Do you think? Once we get our, we probably do some more. I don't really care how long this is. I think it's fine.
Well, let's just finish up these comments because I think there aren't too many more substantial ones.
John Wick Chapter 2 comes out. I never even. What is John Wick? Like,
that already came out. It's just Keanu Reeves like shooting a bunch of people. But it's really the first one was really good, I think. Really great for choreography.
Not looking forward to Justice League at all.
Also, since
that looks like literal trash, and I'm okay with saying that at this point.
Yeah, Justice League is doomed.
Whatever hack Snyder makes, I'm just like, oh god, it's gonna be bad.
I'm surprised so many people are excited for Transformers.
I'm excited. I
thought people dropped that franchise like after the second one.
Anyway. You know, actually, Beauty and the Beast looks good. Like, I don't like the trailers are looking like. I don't usually like movies like that, but I mean, it looks alright, you know.
That one's out already, I believe. Yeah.
I'm choking because of slurp.
Slurp. Skirt, slurp.
My table does skirt. Hang on. You gotta introduce the audience to my skirt table.
Cars 3 is coming out.
Cars 3, I don't even know what that's gonna be, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The way they're going about like promoting it is very odd. You know, it's like I mean, that's kind of good because that I don't really know what it's about yet.
Yeah.
You know, haven't been revealing too much.
Pretty far out.
Yeah, it's gonna be different from anything Pixar has done. I could assume. What else comes out? Pirates of the Caribbean. Don't care. Like all those movies.
Don't care. I think they're fun.
I don't.
It's
really
one of the. I mean, I guess Pirates of the Caribbean is like, it's just one of those mindless fun, and I like Johnny Depp, so.
You kind of have to, yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. I think.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Oh, 50 Shades Darker.
Well, that one's already out.
That one's already, yeah. You could probably already pirate that. Me and my friend are actually gonna watch. We're gonna watch 50 Shades tonight, so I'll get back to you on the next episode.
You're 17 as well, so you can actually go to R-rated movies by yourself.
I can't. Yeah, it's true actually. But no, she just found this website where we're just watching it.
Highly legal.
Highly legal methods, yes. But it's like HD and everything. I'm like, it's
nice.
not altered, like not flipped or anything. I'm like, okay, let's watch it. So we're gonna watch that tonight. I'll let you know. I hope I enjoy it more than Sausage Party, which I also watched with her. Sausage Party was such trash, dude. Oh my god.
It was not a good film.
Like, it was so bad. Like, it wasn't even funny. Like,
it got through the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The joke of raunchy food talking.
Yeah, it gets
lasted
old.
for 15
so
minutes, and then after that, it was just.
Thing he goes off. And like,
I will say, I did enjoy the analogy between the Jewish bagel and the Palestinian halal.
They had some kind of commentaries on, like, some political and religious commentaries. I noticed. Thought that was nice. It was a little bit more intelligent than I thought, but I just thought, the joke of them all being raunchy got really old, really fast, and a lot of their other jokes just weren't really that funny. So, the taco was mildly attractive. So I mean, yeah.
Some might even say spicy.
Very spicy, but no, it was kind of a letdown for, because I like Seth Rogen. I liked Superbad, and The Interview was pretty funny. Usually his stuff's pretty good, but no, this was kind of a miss for me. But
what's the next question we got?
Discuss politics. We'll do that later. Look, we'll kind of just do that on and off, throughout these podcasts. So, weirdest thing you've seen, just in general.
Oh man, that's
so broad.
That's so short notice.
I don't know if I can answer. If
they
were
like
to be more specific.
I feel like I've
seen a lot of
weird stuff, man. Especially you. You've seen a lot of weird stuff.
I've seen some weird stuff at my school. Oh my god.
Yeah, you've
I'm not
seen
gonna
some characters.
I don't know if I can answer that question right now. Well, one of them.
What is the weirdest?
One of the weirdest things was some guy came to school dressed as a KKK member one time for Halloween, and now we can't wear Halloween costumes. So, yeah, that was pretty weird. I don't know. I could probably go into this, like, I could talk about this for a long time. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
what about you?
That might be a topic for the next time. I need prep time for this kind of
stuff. We gotta make topics for next time, as well.
Anyway.
But no, that's gonna be something we can get into next time as well. But let's see. Considering the quality and story of the films in the DCEU so far, are you excited for Justice League or any of the other new DC films? Again, no. Not really. Aside from Wonder Woman, which I think will be okay, I'm not excited for Justice League at this point, I guess,
Ditto.
I just feel like it's gonna be so bad. Like, oh my god. Oh my god.
ASAP Animations, what's your first memory of brick filming, either watching or making them? Well, my first memory of brick films is actually watching Clone Training Center. And that's the first brick film I ever saw, yeah.
For me, my first experience watching a brick film was probably, Blob Studios, his Lego Star Wars Christmas that he did, like, back in 2008, I want to say.
You did a lot of those, yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one I saw. And that's kind of what inspired me to start doing Lego stuff, I guess. That and, of course, Forrest. I actually got in trouble for watching Forrest as a kid because, like, my mom got mad. There was cursing and stuff. I'm like, well, yeah.
It's great.
It matters.
Yeah. British Profanity asks, favorite non-superhero movie of all time?
Ooh,
Star Wars.
I thought,
New Hope.
Star Wars, yeah. Star Wars. For me, it was Empire Strikes Back. But yeah, Star Wars. I really like. Yeah, I guess Star Wars.
Yeah.
It has such a huge imprint on my childhood. It's like. That's just one of my favorite movies, I guess. One of my favorite franchises. Why is Year so gay?
Please don't. Let's not get into the stupid memes between the action squad.
Oh, Faith. Why is Faith so gay? Oh boy. Well, yeah. Some more meme questions.
NJL Productions. Any plans for your future careers? Ooh.
Well, I don't know, actually. I want to go... I know I want to go into something... I want to go into the entertainment industry, into the entertainment, like, business, I guess. I just don't know what I want to do, whether that's directing or writing or even acting. Haven't really decided yet, but I guess time will tell. But what about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar boat. I don't know what I want to do. Something, you know, like, entertainment related. Honestly, like... My dream job would be being a YouTuber.
I would find that personally. I would just get bored of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it could get boring. It's just when brick filming. If you brick film as a YouTuber as a profession, I think that would be boring.
Yes.
I think if you do something else though,
depending on what you do,
even not necessarily, I have to be the content creator. Like if I'm
or you just
if I'm an editor or if I'm like an editor for someone else.
That'd be different. Yeah, because that'd be like
I just do like my own thing on the side. Well, yeah. Well, that's career.
I mean, YouTuber is a job, obviously.
Your future career, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, entertainment industry would be cool as well. I actually we just signed up for our classes for next year. I'm gonna be a junior, and we have this thing called the IB program at our school. And they're offering a film studies class, so I'm actually gonna take that next year. And hopefully
that'll be cool. Yeah,
that helps with my stuff.
Yeah, see, I've been trying to get into classes like that. Last year I took an AV class. But the thing is, I had a coach as my teacher, so he did not care about any of us. He just did not care. So he barely even showed up. There would be times where we didn't even have a sub. Like, it would just be us, like, just sitting in a class, or my friend. We actually went to Wendy's like during class, which I shouldn't do. But I mean, hey, what else are we gonna do? You know?
Stay in school, kids.
And I mean, so basically, yeah, that's where I was supposed to learn a lot of my AV skills, like working with Premiere, Adobe After Effects,
that would have been nice,
stuff like that. We were supposed to learn how to do that, and we didn't. And so now I took advanced AV, which is at a separate building in my school district. And now it's like I'm kind of having to teach myself certain things about like Premiere and editing softwares.
Oh, so you actually do use Premiere?
Oh yeah, I use Premiere, After Effects, stuff like that. Premiere is a lot more complicated. I'm better with After Effects. Yeah. But or maybe I'm screwing that up. Maybe Premiere is. I forget, honestly. They run together in my head.
The general editor, After Effects is.
Yeah, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, Premiere is easier. After Effects is a lot more difficult.
After Effects is like special effects stuff. So.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah.
So I kind of have to taught myself. I kind of have to teach myself a lot of that because like I didn't learn it last year. But no, it's pretty good. It's not ideal, but it's a nice class. It's nice being around kids that kind of want to have the same goal as you. They kind of have like the same
interests.
The same interests as you, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice. Let's see. How do you come up with video ideas? Well, you ever heard of meth? I don't know. Like, what? We just kind of come up with ideas. Like, what do you think? Like, how do we come up with ideas?
I mean, me personally, just for my own videos, what I like to do is I'll just make a video about whatever I like, you know, just stuff I like at the time. I'll usually just by observing this topic, whether that be a movie or a character or whatever,
right?
I'll usually like have one key like joke or something funny that I notice about them, or some kind of like what did I say? Because somebody asked me this earlier.
Some kind of like something that stands out to you.
Yeah, something that stands out to me. Something that's
right.
like something like a concept about that.
Yeah. That
I want to explore, and then I'll usually
expand on.
Yeah, I'll usually build a video around that, and that's where a lot of the superheroes videos comes from. They're usually built around like a central joke, and then I'll kind of onion.
That's kind of I think that's kind of how. That's kind of how I am, mainly with like parodies that I do, because I've done Civil War and Suicide Squad that you helped me write. You know, that's kind of how we started writing those. Is we just kind of thought of like one particular thing that stood out and thought, oh, we can make fun of this, and just kind of went from there. But as for Batman episodes, I just kind of think of things that have never been done. Right now, at least, like back then in like season 1, kind of doing more generic stuff. Now into season 2 and season 3, we've been kind of
getting a little bit more unique.
Yeah, getting more unique. The next one after after the one I'm working on, which is Lego Batman Lame Villains or whatever, the next one will be Lego Batman The Wedding. So that's never been done before. Which we need to start writing this week if you want. I'm on spring break.
It's a wedding. We won't give away too much.
No, it's going to be titled Lego Batman The Wedding, and Spider-Man and Aunt May will be involved. Okay, that's all. To say I forgot about the concept for this. Draw your own conclusions from that, but yeah, that'll be fun. Let's see. Thoughts on Wonder Woman trailer? Already said that.
Yeah. By the way, you guys are hearing that correctly. Jonathan actually has the Kim Possible notification ringtone for every time he gets a text.
Hey,
that is not. You're not just hearing stuff. Oh
god. Hang on, sorry. I have to text somebody back.
Man,
we losing out tonight.
The pot what?
Daylight savings time.
Oh yeah, that is true. Wait, do we lose an hour or gain an hour?
We lose an hour.
Wait, what's the difference? Wait, which one is what?
I don't actually know, but
what is a stalagmite and what is a stalactite? Which...
Well, I'm the stalactitist.
Oh god. So wait, is gaining an hour like we move an hour forward, or is gaining an hour meaning we gain the hour we lost previously? I don't know, man. Whatever.
I don't know. Whatever. I just know we're losing an hour, so basically, I don't know why we do it anymore. I don't see a point, but like, whatever. Totally... I think we should probably do. I knew we need to wrap it up pretty soon.
Yeah, there's a few left. Yeah, it's fine.
A couple left.
We'll be almost done. Totally Nanoman asks, why did you think it was a good idea to stream the Oscars? All right. I thought it was just gonna be funny commentary. People would enjoy it. Probably shouldn't have actually streamed the actual video. If I had multiple monitors, I wouldn't have streamed the video. Probably would have had the audio
probably
going,
would have been smarter that way. But we didn't really consider that at the time, so...
Whatever, I got a strike. Who cares?
Whatever happens, happens. But you got a second channel, so...
He also has a follow-up question. Did I finally get my Nintendo Switch? No, they're out everywhere.
Poor Alex. I could care less about the Nintendo Switch.
I have the game, I have Zelda bot, and I have an Amiibo bot. I never buy Amiibo. The little figurines, whatever. Do you care about the Switch?
No.
You're not a big games guy, are you?
I'm not a big gamer at all, no.
My name is
I'm into movies, not into games. It's just me. What's your thoughts on the movie Dunkirk so far?
Looks cool.
Looks good.
Excited
for more. Talk about this a little bit.
Very loud trailer.
Why you started YouTube? I mean, I like telling stories, and at the time, like Legos were the easiest way to do so. You know, rather than finding actors and stuff. Just to film it yourself.
For me, it's definitely main inspiration for making a channel was Lego Boy 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 Solid Brick Studios. He did a lot. Oh yeah.
Oh, we should get him to voice act sometime.
At some point.
That'd be pretty cool. Like actually.
Yeah.
I've never tried contacting him, so anyway.
Yeah, no, he did like a bunch of mocks and clone armies and stuff, and that's how my channel started. Hence Lego Clone Addict.
Yeah.
Started with
makes sense.
Videos. Yeah. So.
Mandela effect thoughts. We can talk about that next time. It's kind of a broad topic that I'm fine with talking about, but.
Mandela effect. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, look it up.
As in Nelson
we'll
Mandela?
Talk about it. I think that's who it's named after. Yeah, just look it up. We'll talk about that next time. I think just because it's going to be a lot easier. And let's see.
It's a meme.
What's up with the short hair Thor? Looks mighty sexy to me.
I like it. I thought he was his brother. I didn't know that was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Do you think the guy Gale from the Hunger Games, right?
Yeah.
That's his brother. But yeah, what did you think of the new? Do you think the Pirates of the Caribbean movie will be the last? I don't know. I mean, it depends on how well it does, I think.
Never.
Probably not.
Those movies make hundreds of millions of dollars.
They're not going to end. They're just going to keep.
They're not going to end them until Johnny Depp dies. Or Orlando Bloom. Even then, it's all about Johnny Depp. Nobody really cares about Orlando that much.
Yeah. No one really cares for him. They used to, but now it's like, whatever.
Legoless.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, those. I forgot who's in those. I need to rewatch Lord of the Rings, man. Let's see.
Well, I think that's
about it. If we skipped your question and you really want us to talk about it, feel free to comment that on the next post. Talk about it next time. And
just like some good example. God damn it, Jonathan! Just like turn.
No, I like it.
Just no. There's a little switch on the side of your phone. You can just like flip it. And
I like it.
It's not annoying anymore.
You like it too.
I do like it. I really want it.
And I also know the second I turn it off, it's going to stop. I'm going to stop getting notifications. So.
You're not going to stop getting notifications. They're still going to pop.
No, I am. No, I meant like I'm going to stop.
God damn it.
It's fine.
Okay. Some examples of questions that we like, just like, don't just ask stuff like, what do you think about Logan? Or, we tend to...
You said don't?
Well, I mean, we just tend to I think, we tend to gravitate to questions that's more pertaining to kind of, I don't know, conceptual ideas. I mean, just
if you're gonna ask questions like Donald Trump, like be a little bit more specific when it comes to that. I think.
Yeah, don't be as
be a little bit more specific. I would say don't ask questions. I saw a few that I had to delete asking about voice acting. Yeah, don't do that. Don't ask us to check out your channel either. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, come on, like that's not what we want to do.
It's not cool. Just don't.
We're just no. But just kind of give us like, it could be anything. Topics about anything, like not even entertainment, like just things that we can discuss. Yeah. Different things, like the Mandela effect. I love that. Like talks.
And also
like
the
more topics about that.
The more unique and stranger it is, the more likely we're gonna talk about
it. Exactly. So. Make them. Yeah, the more unique they are, the more they're going to stand out to us, and the more we're going to actually mention them.
Yes.
So, and feel free to comment that either on Instagram, tweet them to us, or I guess if you want to comment right here on this video, it's totally fine. Whichever one works for you.
Yeah, definitely.
I think on that note,
I think that's going to bring the first episode of Blockheads to a close.
Tie it up. Yeah.
And, did you have fun, Johnny?
I had a. I had a. Never mind. It's gonna have I've had an orgasmic time. There we go.
Orgasmic. Okay.
Trying to think of a word I could use.
Good. I've enjoyed myself as well.
Yes, I'm glad. I'm glad we're still in this position that we said we were going to be in at the beginning of the podcast as well.
Yep.
Take my hand off your face now, if that's okay.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. We better leave. I think. The Guam military only lets us stay here for a certain amount of time, so...
Wait, wait, uh-oh.
What? Uh-oh.
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 Is that what Oh no, it's coming.
No, they're here.
It's coming. They're coming. They're coming for us. They're coming.